torsion or torque. Derivation of torque by polar moment of inertia T by J equal to tau by R equal to G theta by L. Let us take a shaft of length L. A circular shaft of length L. One end is fixed, other end is free like this. This is the cross section, circular cross section. Circular cross section. If we apply a torque like this, anti-clockwise torque like this, suppose if a line is drawn on this shaft on lengthwise line, after applying torque, it twists like this anti-clockwise. The line becomes like this. That means the point which is on this surface will come at this location. Suppose this is the center of the cross section. To draw a radius like this, this radius will become like this. That means it twists in angle of theta. It twists an angle of theta here like this. Suppose this angle is gamma. This angle is gamma because this initial horizontal line is horizontal like this on the shaft becomes now this line after applying torque T. This length is L. Now the distance here, this point is P, this point is Q. So same here, this point is P, this point is Q. From this PQ equal to L into gamma, length into gamma, L gamma, and this is also equal to, suppose this is the radius capital R, this is also equal to R into theta, R into theta. That means the length PQ equal to L into gamma, this one, that is equal to R into theta also. So here L into gamma means where gamma is shear strain, because the angular deformation of the horizontal line like this is called shear strain. So we know shear stress by shear strain equal to shear stress by shear strain, that is tau by gamma equal to shear modulus G. Shear stress by shear strain equal to shear stress tau by shear strain gamma equal to shear modulus G. From this gamma equal to tau by G. So substituting here in this formula, L into gamma is tau by G equal to R into theta. R into theta. From here we can tell that tau by R equal to G theta by L. G theta by L. Here that means shear stress at R radius where tau equal to shear stress at radius capital R. Okay, this is capital R means this is tau max actually. Maximum shear stress will be at this because the shear stress is proportional to radius. This is applicable to this maximum shear stress at tau m equal to maximum shear stress. So this derivation is applicable for any radius small r. This derivation will be applicable for any radius. That is, if radius is small r, if radius is small r, then at then at that radius shear stress is tau, then tau by small r equal to g theta by l, then tau by r equal to g theta by l. That is where tau is shear stress at r rate, small r radius. Now, so here now we can tell that so shear stress is proportional to, because shear stress is g theta by l into r, that is shear stress is proportional to small r. So from this we can tell that shear stress distribution is linear. I mean it's linear from 0 at center and maximum at capital R. That means shear stress distribution is like this: 0 at center and maximum at capital R. It's like this shear stress distribution. Shear stress. This is tau max. This is also outer. This is also tau max. So shear stress distribution is at center 0 shear stress, at outer fiber it is maximum tau max. And how to relate this one? T by j equal to tau by r or g theta by l. Now we got this one, tau by r equal to g theta by l. This one, tau by r equal to g theta by l. Now, if you take a cross section like this and take a ring at radius smaller and the ring thickness is dr. Now if you see in this ring, what is the torque resisted by this ring? Torque resisted by ring equal to delta t. Delta t equal to torque resisted by the ring equal to, what is the area of ring? 2 pi r into dr is the area. Area into stress. What is the stress? Tau. At that location, stress is tau. So 2 pi r dr is the area. Tau is the stress. Area into stress is force. Force into radius r. That is the moment, torsional moment. So torque resisted by the ring is 2 pi r dr into tau into r. That equal to 2 pi r dr. So what is tau? Tau equal to g theta by l into r. G theta by l into r. That is tau into r, radius r. Now that is equal to 2 pi into g theta by l into r into r into r cube. R cube dr. This is the torque resisted by ring. So total torque equal to T equal to integral 0 to r, capital R. Capital R is the radius of the shaft. 0 to capital R, 2 pi g theta by l into r cube dr, integration. So that is equal to 2 pi g theta by l into r cube, integration is r power 4 by 4. That is after substituting we get like this, r power 4 by 4. That equal to, this is t. So that is equal to how much? 2 to cancel, pi r power 4 by 2 into g theta by l. So this is called actually this one. pi r power 4 by 2 r. This is called J. So T by J equal to G theta by L, where J equal to pi r power 4 by 2 r. J equal to pi d power 4 by 2 power 4 means 16 to 32. So where J equal to pi d power 4 by 32. So now we got T by J equal to G theta by L. This is another relation here. This is tau by R equal to G theta by L. So T by J equal to G theta by L, tau by R equal to G theta by L. So T by J equal to tau by R equal to G theta by L. This is the derivation. You should remember two things here. Polar moment, where J is called polar moment of inertia. J is polar moment of inertia. J equal to polar moment of inertia. That is pi d power 4 by 32 for solid shaft.